everyone, and welcome back to Rebellious Politico, where we break down the latest in politics with a critical eye. I'm Marissa Coleman, and today we're delving into the Chancellor's tax strategy, Huw Edwards of the BBC, and the UK's defence posture amid a potential Trump presidency. Let's get started. So the first topic today is the Chancellor's upcoming budget announcement in October. Rumours are swirling around about potential tax hikes, and whilst working taxes might remain untouched, other less direct taxes are certainly in the spotlight. So, for example, there will be proposed increases in inheritance and capital gains. These seem to be a nod to socialist principles. Still, they could inadvertently penalise hardworking families thriving to build a future for themselves and their children. That's something to be quite concerned about. The recent pay rises agreed upon with unions are another contentious issue. On the surface, these pay hikes are a win for workers, but one really needs to question their sustainability. Are these pay rises truly costed, especially in light of the Chancellor's decision to cut public funding in other areas? It raises the suspicion that these financial maneuvers might be more about political gain than fiscal responsibility. Last Monday, the Chancellor stated she was truly unaware of the country's financial situation. I'm actually in awe that she really went ahead with this line to the House. The Chancellor has privileged access to the Treasury's permanent secretary. Did she not properly discuss public figures when she was in the shadow cabinet? If she did not properly discuss those public figures, well then, she was negligent. If she did, then her statement last Monday was a twisting of the truth. This so-called black hole she claims to be present in the public finances may be a hole in the Labour Party's own making. Prioritizing political expediency over genuine economic stability seems to be their strategy. Well, what on earth is going on over at the BBC? We're diving into a scandal involving BBC presenter Huw Edwards, who's been found guilty of possessing indecent images of children. This disturbing revelation not only impacts the broadcaster's reputation, but also demands immediate government intervention. The arrest and conviction of Huw Edwards has really shocked this nation and raised serious questions about the BBC's internal oversight. As we learn more, it's clear that the government must act swiftly to investigate the broadcaster's handling of this case. According to BBC News reports, there are growing concerns about when the BBC became aware of Edwards' actions and what they did or didn't do in response. Labour MP Lisa Nandy has been vocal about her belief that Edwards should return his salary, and I couldn't agree more. Holding individuals accountable includes financial accountability, especially when public funds are involved. Edwards receiving pay while these serious allegations loomed is an affront to the public and those affected by his actions. The government needs to launch a thorough investigation into the BBC's knowledge and response to these allegations, and this probe should aim to uncover any potential negligence in reporting and managing such sensitive information. It is crucial to determine whether there were warning signs that were ignored, and if the BBC took any steps to address them. As the BBC is this country's national broadcasting team, I hope to see this properly addressed in the House in due course. This situation really highlights the need for stronger regulations governing public broadcasters. The BBC, funded by taxpayers, must adhere to the highest ethical standards. The government should review existing oversight mechanisms to ensure they are adequate and capable of preventing similar situations in the future. By conducting a comprehensive investigation into the BBC's actions and strengthening regulatory frameworks, they can help restore public confidence and ensure such failures do not happen again. But it's not just about addressing one incident, but about safeguarding the integrity of our media institutions and protecting the most vulnerable in society, our children. Let's turn our attention to international affairs and consider the implications of a potential Trump presidency for UK defence. And with the possibility of Donald Trump returning to the White House, questions are arising about whether the UK is truly prepared to face the challenges this could pose. I'm not sure that neither the Conservatives nor the Labour Party has fully grasped or prepared for the seismic shifts in foreign policy that another Trump administration just might bring. Donald Trump's first term demonstrated a clear skepticism towards NATO and long-standing alliances, prompting concerns about the future for collective defense strategies. Trump's questioning of NATO's relevance and his ambivalence about honoring mutual defense commitments signaled a potential unraveling of the post-World War II security order. Now, the Conservative Party has historically positioned itself as a strong defender of national security. However, there seems to be little evidence that we've developed comprehensive strategies to adapt to a possible second Trump presidency. Instead of proactive planning, the Conservatives has largely reacted to Trump's past unpredictability with a wait-and-see approach, hoping for the best while preparing for the worst. Labour, on the other hand, has so far focused more on domestic issues and has not articulated a clear, robust defence policy that addresses the potential disruptions of Trump's foreign policy stance. Labour's lack of a coherent strategy leaves the UK vulnerable to sudden shifts in international alliances and security dynamics. The lack of preparation is quite concerning, especially when considering the strategic importance of US-UK relations. The UK needs a bipartisan commitment to developing a defence policy that is resilient to changes in US leadership, ensuring that national security does not hinge on the whims of a foreign president. We must prepare for a world where traditional alliances are in flux, and ensuring that the UK remains secure and that its global influence is maintained. Let's hope that we address that very soon. Well, that wraps up this week's episode of Rebellious Politico. We discussed the Chancellor's budget strategies, the critical failures of the BBC, and the future of UK defence. These issues demand our attention and critical thought. I'd love to hear yours. So please leave your comments and your questions below, and I will cover them in future episodes. And please also remember to hit that subscribe button so that I can keep bringing you the latest developments in politics. Stay rebellious. Until next time.